That's when that shit feel it all. I'm Gucci. I'm good. 100. I'm just gonna stay the fuck out of Atlanta. They over here shooting Young Thug baby mama and shit at the same bowling alley we
What?
was in. Yeah,
The
y'all
bowling.
ain't hear about that shit?
Hey, that was the bowling alley that we was at, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm staying the
Facts.
fuck out of Atlanta, yo, dude. The brother who said they was going to Atlanta, yo, be careful. Get the strap. That is wild. But no, back to what I was saying.
They
So
just say it
when
won't be no bowling this midnight, man.
You
Hell,
hear
shit,
me?
fuck that. I'm not
Look at
going.
listen, bro.
Anwar. Oh man,
Shit,
Oh
I'll
man,
find y'all another
Anwar
bowling
tight.
alley.
That
Anwar,
nigga Anwar about to
Anwar gonna pull up
find
with
the
a bowling
bowling
ball and a
alley.
bulletproof vest.
Anwar ain't said
Hey,
nothing
look,
this whole
hey,
time.
sir.
Y'all hard
Somebody
ass
said
niggas.
bowling. He
Hey,
found his
sir.
way his way
That
to
Dead
the
shit,
ass.
mic.
and you know what? That shit was
Dead
over a
ass. I'm
bowling
riding.
ball. That shit was
I'm
That
over
riding with
nigga
sir.
turned
That's
it.
all.
an argument
That
over a
nigga
bowling ball.
Anwar turned into a travel agent. I'm about to find us a bowling alley.
Facts.
Fuck.
Listen, man. It ain't
Swear to
hard,
God,
man. Google works everywhere.
I'm dead. Yeah, but nah,
Anwar.com. You can find the closest bowling alley
I was
towards
about
near
to
Yep.
you.
say
Listen. Yep.
what Tay
Don't
Rock
give Surf
said.
no excuses.
What Tay Rock said against Danny in the face off. He said it's another day at the office. Not for Danny Myers.
Mm.
Facts.
It don't need to be another regular day in the office for Danny
Right,
Myers.
I'm
And
right.
just
that's
You
saying.
got
why
you
he
gotta
walked
That's a
in there and
look
great
got
who
what
he
he
point.
receiving
got.
that shit from, bro.
That,
Because that
Fucking
was
Tay Rock had 42 URL battles. And me as a fan, it's not up to me to force Tay Rock to feel like this is more important than any of his other 41 battles, 41 URL battles. It's another day at the office for that man, fan or not.
Yeah,
no,
but
but
one
from
thing about Tay
and
Rock
that's where
is
it comes
another
down
day.
to like you can't,
Go ahead.
like you said, you can't personally tell him how to feel or anything like that, and you can't penalize him for his real life and how he decides to feel and handle things.
And
But
then a nigga that's been in battles,
competitively and
a
no,
nigga
but
that's
sir,
been in battles that
competitively
y'all
and
clearly
analytically,
seen.
you gotta know like, okay, that was a great Tay Rock. That was another day in the office for him. But Danny Myers
I think
treated that
that's what
like the
Surf's
battle.
saying. I think
But
that's what
Danny,
Surf's saying.
nah,
Another
because
day in the
then when
office
you
for
look
Rock
at
is a crazy Rock. Another day in the office for
okay,
Rock is a
But
okay,
crazy
he
Rock.
was
but
not crazy.
it was a
it
crazy
depends on who
rock,
said.
but he lost clear because Danny rapped like it was the biggest battle of his career,
Facts.
and it's a clear.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
even
not
have
saying.
Tay
But
Rock
even with
lose.
another day in the
I
office,
lost
I'm not
half a
even going as
thousand
far as
followers
I'm
for
not going
saying
as
Tay
far as
Rock won that
content.
battle.
I'm not saying like Tay Rock is even writing like it's another day in the office. I'm saying it literally is. This is his job at all times. Like, and then certain niggas like, come on, bro. I done stood in some of the big front of the biggest movie. Me and John was the room is 2 times bigger. Was in Houston. Me and John's a movie. Me versus Hitman. Me versus I've stood in front of some real life career altering battles. Like
John
this
John wrote like it was another day in the office for him,
this
and
not
that's
one
why
of
he
them, bro.
lost.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
I think it
Now I agree
applies.
with
I
that.
think
I
it
disagree with
applies
y'all.
I
differently
definitely
to
feel
each
that.
battler. I think each battler has a different definition of a regular day in the office.
Cause some
Really,
Yeah,
niggas can't afford to have a regular day in the office. Cause
some
they don't
That's
niggas
a
work here.
can't.
fact.
Yeah.
Tay Rock could not afford another regular day in the office against Danny Myers. So for him to say that, I think that's where it
I
fucked up.
disagree.
Tay Rock could
That's
afford
where
it.
it
Danny
fucked
couldn't
up.
afford it.
For you to have a regular day in the office, for one, you have to work here.
And
That's
then
first
get
and
the
foremost.
tables
Tay
flipped on
Rock,
you.
Tay Rock
That's not.
works here.
Tay Rock, if Tay Rock lost that battle clear, it wouldn't have mattered because he's Tay Rock. Danny
It
is
don't
still like
matter.
Danny is Danny, but it's not. It's those goals is two different carrots.
Bro, when soon as
I
the
think
minute
that
we
Rock
see
was
Tay Rock, the
crazy.
minute we see Tay Rock face on the next card, we're gonna be locked right in no matter who he battling. Tay Rock works for the company. It's
Facts.
a day in the office. I keep telling y'all the company don't care whether the niggas that's on their roster win or lose. Tay Rock is gonna bring them numbers out every single time. It's another day at the office for him.
Wins and losses
Some
only
niggas is
matter to
So
fighting.
it
people that
don't. So it
don't
don't
have
matter
fan
about the
bases.
bars. It matters about the
I,
numbers. It
I
matters
think a better
about what he
battle.
bringing in.
you better. It depends on the battle that you're talking to. Like if you don't think that Sue Surf, like certain names, I only like to speak myself because I don't like to talk other people's business. If you don't think certain names is etched into URL's algorithms, period. That's why they could do things like book me for a battle prior. Why am I booked? Like if whether you win, lose, or draw matter, why am I booked for my next one already? Because I'm Surf and I'm going to be able to do the numbers regardless. Yes, your numbers matter. And the battlers that get caught up in not thinking it get caught up on that invisible wheel and look up and got 66 battles, but still just in the middle area of things.
So you think
Yes,
that's why Twerk gets booked? Because no matter how many times he chokes, he's still gonna do numbers.
That's exactly
you are
why.
genius. That's exactly why. It's
Okay.
Twerk. Even right now, we all gonna be in them comments and watching that shit. Like if this nigga fuck up now, but we gonna be watching it. This is
Mm.
TV. It's not what y'all like.
There's
This
a
ain't
good
no more
amount of people that'll
Eliza
watch just to see if
surfing
he
and rapping
fucks
in the
up.
playground. This not that. Eliza Versa is a character. We're paying her for her to come be her because people want to see her.
So I think it's less about so now that we having the conversation, I think it's less about what the battler means when they say it's just another day in the office, and more about what the fans perceive as that battler's another day at the office. Because when I be arguing or debating, whatever you want to call it, about gun titles or surf or whatever, a lot of people feel when they hear another day at the office, for whatever reason, they like to go back to surf versus 40 or surf versus look. That's not another day at the office. You know what I'm saying? Like, if when you hear a battler say another day at the office and you instantly want to go to their worst performance or one of their
That's
bad
them
performances,
That's them
that's
throwing
not
shade.
another day at the office for
If
them.
you look up and Damian Lillard averaged 29 and Damian Lillard tell me this another day at the office, I'm going to assume that it's what his average is. If you do less than your average, that's not what you normally do. If you do more, that's not what you normally do. But if a motherfucker's averaging 30 and he say it's another day at the office, we talking about average. You know, on average, that means that some of his games was under 30, some of his games was over 30. It averaged out to 30. I'm okay with knowing that I lost some games and I won some games. But it's fans out here that when my fans get to talking, they try to act like I don't average 30. I might have had some 17 games, so I averaged 30 though. Regular day at the office.
Right.
Average day in the office beats Cortez's best day in the office. Then that's what you say?
You said my what?
Your average day in the office beats Cortez's best day in the office.
Bro, my first two rounds for Nitty, or my first 2 rounds for T-Top kills Cortez in them rooms, in them type rooms.
That's a fact.
Walked through Carolina so much I got tired. All that shit right there on a big stage in front of Cortez ain't never shook no room by himself. No stage with 1,800 people. Y'all